Okay, this is Colby, and Colby already has his basic makeup on. He's got foundation on, eyebrow pencil, and after we used the eyebrow pencil, we used it with a pencil sideways on the brows just to hit the hair, and then use a toothbrush or an eyebrow brush to kind of brush the brows. Since he's going to be an older man, he could actually even have the brows kind of messed up, kind of, you know, coming up kind of a little funky. So we'll just kind of make them look a little funky. If you want them a little funkier, you can even use a little gel in the brows. Then we did the basic eyes like was in the first video for the girls, where, close your eyes for me, we have white, then brown, then white. The brown is in the crease, and then black eyeliner, mascara, look up, and the white MAC liner and the black eyeliner. What that does is it opens up the eyes and the expressions for when you're on stage. Now we're going to age Colby. We're going to make him look like as old as we can get here on a young face. So we'll see how that ends up going. I recommend that in your Ben Nye kit you have brown shading and you have white shading, and that's what I'm going to be using. Put it on the back of your hand, and then that way you will have the ability to use it very sparingly, not such a heavy touch. Okay, we are going to do darkening on the sides of the nose. And a little bit up and through here. We're going to do darkening under the eyes. We're going to give him some bags. Darkening over on the temples. All this is going to be blended. He's going to look like he's in Cats. Okay, raise your forehead for me. Scrunch it. Thank you. We're going to put this in the creases, his natural creases. Okay, give me your nose. Frown. Frown for me. Like really mad. That, perfect. I wanted those furrows. The nose furrows. Yeah, he's mad. And we're going to put one right across here. Don't rub. When you get done with doing this, make sure you set this with powder, because, okay, look up for me. Got to do another bag over here. We're also going to do crinkles that smile really big for me, so that you crinkle your eyes. No, forget it. You don't know how to crinkle your eyes. We'll pretend. Pretend wrinkles. I know he can crinkle his eyes, but he's chosen not to. Okay, smile lines. We're going to do smile lines. We're going to do a little downturn on the lips. Not quite so much, but we'll blend that. We'll erase that a little bit. Okay, we're going to do a little bit on the neck. Look up. Right on the lines that you see around the Adam's apple. We're going to emphasize those lines a little bit. And then we're going to shade on the sides of the neck over in here a little bit to make this Adam's apple kind of stand out a little bit. Look up. Okay. Temple. Here. We're also going to do a little bit on underneath the in the hollows of the cheeks a little bit, just a little bit down in here, so that it looks like he might have a little sinking going on there. Believe it or not, all this will look good once it gets blended. Okay, so we've got some dark areas. Now we're going to do the light areas that go on top of this. Again, put it on your hand. Okay. Scrunch your forehead for me. Perfect. We're going to put the light areas just above the dark areas and in between, so that you get highs and lows and shadows. So you get to paint. Okay. Oops, I forgot.
Color first.
I forgot the side of the nose over here. Let me get that going. side of the nose, and then up in here. A little bit like that. Perfect. Okay. Again, we're doing the highlights. So now I'm going to go back to highlights. Highlight down the middle of the nose. We're trying to make the nose look a little longer here. As we age, the nose grows. So, giving him a little length on that nose there. We're going to blend all this in so this will end up looking fairly natural. Okay, look up for me. Get some of this under here. Highlight. Again. Highlight. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put some highlights on the outside of the mouth. Anywhere that you have a dark space, you need a light space. So just remember that they go together. Okay, alright, so I'm going to start blending a little bit in just a second here. I'm going to do a little bit, look up for me, a little bit of a white in here. Look up. And we're going to do a little bit of a dark space up underneath the nose to look up for me. Right here. Not quite so dark. And then there's another one right here. Okay. And then there's the corresponding white spot under that one. Right here on the chin. Okay, so those are our shading areas, and you can play with it and get it a little better, but now I'm going to take the sponge, the magic sponge. Oh, I'm also going to put some red. Let me get the red on first before I start blending. This is where it's going to be his blush, and it's kind of right beside the nose, right here on the balls of the cheek. Right in there. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to blend this just to give the illusion of highs and lows, so that you don't want to physically like see lines, but you want the illusion of the shadows. So in the spaces where it's, look up for me. Okay, good. Any mistakes can be erased with this lovely eraser. And that blush is probably a little too blushy for you. Probably need to look at another shade. It might be okay. Okay, we're going to just barely blend this. Blend that, blend this. Okay, blend the neck. See, I'm not taking it all off, but I am blending it to the point where it looks like it's supposed to be there. Now be careful when you blend this, you don't get that red all over. You can also come back and do the red on its own. Blending the nose, blending the nose, blending the eyes. Make sure that when you're done with all of this that you set everything very well in powder. If you do not, when you sweat on stage and you rub your face, this makeup will be gone. So, very important to set it. Once you get it the way you want it, make sure you set it. Because you can see how easily it's blending for me. Okay, look at me. Let's see how it looks. Oh, this is way too bright. It's looking good. Okay, alright, here's an aged Colby. Yay! Now, don't forget, again, here's the powder puff, powder, 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 powder. It sets it all. Okay? So that's the basic men's aging. Thank you.